Hi everyone. Well, we are going to tell you what's been happening so far.
Oh my God.
Here we are in our loaded to the hilt van. There's Lizzie in the box there, and George is keeping guard at the rear, and who knows where Blackie is.
Blackie's back there. Come here, Blackie. He's probably having a dump.
Yep, we got the box set up.
But we're just lucky to be moving right now, I guess. We hit Albuquerque, New Mexico yesterday, and the interstate is closed. It got a record snowfall of 10 inches overnight, shut down the freeway, stranded motorists. The National Guard was called in to bring food and water to people stuck in their cars out in the middle of nowhere. So the fact that we're doing stop and go along the interstate right now, I guess, is probably really good, that it's clear and we're moving and it's sunny and beautiful. And thank heaven we're not stranded somewhere freezing. So it's just slow going today, but at least it's going.
And what about before we got to Albuquerque? What happened? What's been the timeline of the trip? Our first stop was...
Well, we went from LA. We left early in the morning and we made it to Flagstaff, which was about 450 miles. We made in about 8 hours of really nice driving and beautiful scenery through the deserts and plateaus, and looking at all the Santa Fe rail trains running zigzag patterns through the valleys and canyons.
And the boys did so well.
The boys are just great. They just sit on their laps and sleep and look out the windows, and no crying and everything. No kitty farts.
Nope.
It's just a blessing, really.
They're good boys.
They're good boys. Oh, and we forgot the cat foods, so we bought cat chow at the truck stop, which they seem to like. So we figure they can eat junk food since we are. Road food, boys. Kitty chow. No more of that California natural organic stuff on this trip, kid. No more yam and salmon for you.
What I find interesting is their poop actually doesn't smell as bad.
I know. Yeah. And when I was a vegetarian and ate garden burgers all the time, I had friends that wouldn't share hotel rooms with me. That's any indicator. So
vegetarians are smelly.
That's right. Hand me a McDonald's and pass the cat chow to the boys. Give me a McDonald's.
So,
And then from Flagstaff to Albuquerque was gorgeous. We went through the petrified forest.
We stopped at this place called Wild Bill's Petrified Forest Gift Shop or whatever. But there was a bunch of amazing things there, which... we would have loved to spend more time there, but we'll go back one day, probably with my parents.
One day when it's sunny.
Yeah. It was awesome. There was like, 750 million year old alligator bones, and the most amazing gemstones and fossils and... What do you need to know?
I don't know. I just kept looking for something new there, and everything was like all this really old stuff. Like, okay, do you guys have anything new? Did anybody make anything? Or is it just like 700 million year old trees?
Oh yeah, that's the things that they would have, like these amazing, petrified logs that they would polish, and they were just so gorgeous. And you can make like coffee tables out of them, and
that was the coolest stuff I've ever seen. I'm so glad we stopped there. It was gorgeous.
This is Dean being serious.
Seriously. Serious as a heart attack. They cut a sliver of it off about like that, polish it out, make a coffee table top, and it's $2,500, $3,000. But they're fantastic. It's actually more beautiful than most of the stones that we've seen.
Yeah.
And gems. It was a real gem of a find. So.
And much better than most of the gem sweaters that I've seen.
Somebody stop the world. I want to get off.
So, is that it?
I don't know. I'm trying to light it. How's that for lighting now?
Oh, nice.
Better? Okay,
Much
let's
better.
retake. Let's redo that.
Well, it's all been kind of backlit
Yeah,
anyway.
Petrified Forest, take 2.
Oh,